Hi, this is Larry Weeks, President of Fulton Art Fair, and we're at Jamaica Arts and Learning Center. And this is the show called Our Roots, where Fulton Art Fair artists and other artists have expressed their connection to their family roots and historical content. This is a show, we're going to take a walk around the room and show you the individual pieces and the artwork. This next piece is by Otto Niels, and it's called Natural Woman Rising. And this is a collage. And what he's depicting is the female tree of our ancestral roots and our heritage. Okay, this piece is called The African Diva Catalyst, and this is by Margaret Rose Van Dries. And what she's depicting again is African heritage here. And these pieces that she has reference African American performers, and what she does is also make an African connection by relating. This piece relates to Donna Summers, and she puts an African mask on the portrait of Donna Summers, and also African reference by the cowrie seeds, cowrie beads. Yeah. This piece is by myself, Larry Weeks, and it's called Lost Roots. And I put this piece in because I don't have a lot of connection to my ancestral roots in Jamaica and in Montserrat. So this kind of represents my disconnection from my roots. Okay, this piece is by Miss Charlotte Key, and it's called Both Sides. And so she created a piece that tells about some of her family heritage. She has included in this collage mixed media piece images of her past, her cousin who just recently passed, and she also has images of her grandchildren and other family members. So this is another showing connection to various roots in her family. This piece is by Alethea Sapp Jimenez, and it's called Heritage. And so what Alethea is showing here is she's connecting to the creative roots in her family and the heritage that she got, and the energy and skills that have been passed down to her by her family. Okay, this piece is by Donna Mesa, and it's called Tabanca Series Firmly Rooted Veneer and All. And what Donna has created is a collage piece, mixed media piece, and she's incorporated a picture of herself, and she's also included documents that reference her family and immigration. So she's creating a kind of a record of her family history. This piece is by Valerie Williams, and she's referencing her family roots that come from St. Kitts. And this piece is called We Come From Afar. And what she's depicting here is the sugarcane crops and growing, and how our people worked in the sugarcane fields in the Caribbean. Okay, this piece is by Melvin Isaac, and it's called Picking Cotton on the Plantation. So Melvin is reflecting our heritage of working on cotton plantation farms. So this is a firmly rooted in our culture, and it's an important part of the American experience. And what America was built upon was the enslavement of people in the cotton fields. Okay, this piece is by Charnay Benton, and it's called Sankofa I and I. And Charnay has referenced the Sankofa bird that is important to looking back to Africa. And so she has incorporated this image of a swan and also looking back to the plantations and looking back to Mother Africa. Okay. All right. This piece is a linoleum cut print, and it's by Dr. Myra Brown Green. And it's called Converging Culture, or Cultural Collide. And what she has depicted here is three faces, and they represent the human self, the ego, and the divine self. And these come together, and there's several African symbols incorporated in the design that reference energy in Africa. Okay, this piece is by Julia Justo, and its title is Who Gets to Determine Who Belongs Where? And what Julia has created here is a representation of the American flag, and within it she's incorporated little sayings and statements by immigrant people. And what this hopes to convey is that all these people from different cultures are an important part of the American experience. This piece by Glory B is called The Burning of Bentonville. And in February and March of 1865, after the Civil War, the Bentonville, South Carolina cotton fields and warehouses were burned, and people were afraid for their future. So this is important, or that's ingrained in our culture, is this experience of feeling lost. All right, these two pieces are by Beryl Bembo, and she has given two pieces. One is as a video photo montage reflecting her family history, and the other is a print of reflecting upon her history, family history from New Orleans, and the jazz experience that she has experienced in her life. This piece is by Franz F. de Sous, and it's called Bobo Number 6. And what Franz has portrayed in this piece is his experience as a Haitian American in living in the urban society of New York. This piece is by artist Pamela Allen, and it's called Dr. Bird Number 3. And this is a hummingbird that's native to her country of Jamaica. And it's also called the God bird. And so she is depicting the hummingbird and trying to show how the wings create kind of an infinity cycle.
afternoon, everyone. My name is Alethea Sapi Menes, and I am the artist of this fabulous piece of artwork that you see before you. It is my journey. It is my journey, and it could be anybody's journey at the same time. So I hope you understand the story and create your own story at the same time, how you can relate to the history of being creative, being part of a multicultural society that we live in. So we're going to continue to look at this piece and look at all the symbolism that is involved in this piece as well. Once again, my name is Alethea Sapi Menes. Enjoy the piece, create your own story. As a little girl, I would watch my mom sew clothing and curtains which hung in our home. Then my father would create beautiful, beautiful works of art on canvas. As I grew older, I realized I was part of a very creative line of people. Watching my sister draw as I was sitting on the edge of the bed, my brother loved to use his hands to make things. I also realized most of my aunts, uncles, grandparents also share this talent of creation. How blessed I felt to inherit these gifts and to share them with my children and my grandchildren. We all have inherited something from our past that we will all have to share with loved ones or family. This is how I honor them with this painting, becoming and because this is part of my heritage. Thank you.
Okay, how's everybody doing out there? My name is Melvin Isaac, and I'm a professional artist. I'm a member of the Fulton Art Fair, and I'm also a certified community producer. So right now we're at the JCAl for the art exhibit, and it's a beautiful, beautiful art exhibit. Behind me is my art. My piece that I'm showing behind me is picking cotton. You would have, as part of our heritage, and you would have our ancestors picking cotton, and then you would have an overseer on a horse, which is one of us, watching over us. So I want to be talking some more about this picture behind me, and I hope you really enjoy the words that I'm going to relate back to you. I am an African American black artist who is for change and social justice. My intention is to provide an educational platform of my artwork in order to liberate the minds of many in society who continue to have negative perception of African American people with little knowledge of their history and ancestors' journey from the continent of Africa to America. This artwork, entitled Picking Cotton with Overseas, depicts what African American ancestors was forced to do while in captivity and bondage. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Valerie Williams from the Fulton Art Fair, and I'm over here at JCAl. And I'm going to tell you about my painting, which depicts cutting sugarcane in the Caribbean. Okay. I am a native New Yorker, a Brooklyn transplant, and a child of the Leeward Island, St. Kitts, also known as St. Christopher immigrants. In the past, survival on island nations depended on jobs available to the enslaved and uneducated people. Because sugar was a very profitable crop, think of rum, there were numerous sugarcane plantations. My earliest ancestors earned their living working the sugarcane plantations, a long, arduous, and dangerous job. This is my homage to my Caucasian roots. My grandfather was able to finally leave the island working as a longshoreman. This job brought him to New York, and later, my grandmother, my aunts, uncles, and other relatives.